Jess.
And I'm Jess.
And today we're covering our back to school essentials for folks like us and like you with chronic health issues.
Because you don't want to faceplant in the courtyard with no snacks and no water and no blankets. It's sad.
Learn from our life lessons on college campuses.
Or high school.
No matter what, getting a chronic illness at any point is going to impact how you carry stuff and do stuff. And so this is for you figuring it out and getting ready for school. Ding. Number 1, a waterproof or supportive backpack. I mention a waterproof backpack because I went to school in Seattle and had 25 minutes between some of my classes, and seriously having a waterproof sack of a bag meant that I didn't have to rush if a rainstorm just went over my head.
Also, sometimes they've just watered the grass, even if you're in a sunny area and you don't want to put your bag down on that and get it super nasty.
The downside of waterproof backpacks is that they tend to either have a rain cover, which you will forget to put on, or they will be basically a sack, like my Ortlieb. The thing is, you shouldn't be carrying that much. Seriously. That's a no. So it doesn't matter too much, but it is worth knowing because it's frustrating to just have a sack. And supportive backpacks are good too. It's more we're dealing specifically with anything that will help you speed things up or make your life easier when there's rain is amazing, because then you can walk at your own speed without risking your laptop.
But definitely do try to get something supportive if you can. Back problems are no joke. You might not have them yet, but you will later. And you will regret carrying around all of these like heavy side bags or like tiny little ropes with like giant books in your bag.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Learn now to not injure your back later.
Number 2, bulk snacks. I'm probably going to harp on this a lot, but it's important. If you're someone who is constantly hungry or gets woozy, if you don't have something to eat, maybe you're diabetic or have low blood sugar or something, it's important to make sure you have a healthy snack on hand that won't spike you. So for me, that is a giant bag of almonds, just bulk almonds. Go to Costco, go to the grocery store, get them in bulk. And I find a good tip is to have little Ziploc baggies that you can just fill up all at once and then just grab them and put them in your bag and eat them as necessary. And almonds in particular are really great because they're low in carbs and high in protein, and they don't make you crash.
Yeah.
And they last forever.
Ooh, good point. I really like a lot of the Kind Bar-like things because they're small and lightweight. They are more heavy in carbs.
And sugars.
And sugars, yeah. It's more that there's something I can convince myself to eat because sometimes I'll forget to eat entirely and I'll need something to kickstart my hunger response. So I'll have a nut-like or healthier snack in waiting and have a granola bar to get me started. Nothing pure sugar. Try and get as high protein as possible, but a protein carb balance like a 1-to-1 is also really good just for keeping you going when you're in a lecture. Number 3, layers, because lecture halls are freezing cold, or the Sahara Desert, take your pick.
Yeah. Maybe your chemistry class has really great AC, but your English class is low budget. You don't know which is which, but you should be prepared for both.
Or my personal favorite, you wake up for an 8 a.m. class, it's freezing cold, and by the time you get out of that class at noon, it's 85 degrees outside. It's fun. Any way you slice it, thin layers, so much easier to deal with than a bulky sweater, and you can stuff them in your backpack.
Number 4, all the important little tech pieces that you're gonna need throughout the week. Whether that's USB drives or a phone charger or converters, because neither of those things work with your MacBook. I know this from experience. Just bring them all along, they're not that big.
And also it means that if you have to make an emergency call to get the driver to pick you up for campus things, you can actually reach them. This is ridiculously vital.
And your family can reach you if necessary.
And also it just means that you have peace of mind, because most of the time you will never need these. But the time that you need them, they will make your life 10 times better. So you might as well just devote a pocket in your backpack to them and just go with it. Number 5, all the medical stuff you need in terms of the info and any medical jewelry. Because let's be honest, a lot of times professors may not believe that you have an illness, or you may have a medical emergency. So having that information, ideally in multiple places, is really important.
And a lot of campuses even have a disability resource center with people who can help you communicate to your professors your needs if they're not willing to listen to you.
Because they should, but sometimes they don't. And so it's good to be prepared.
Also, some of them even, depending on your illness, will let you make up tests or take an exam in a quieter room or better lighting. I mean, they'll work with what your particular illness is. So you can't just do that as anyone, but we'll find what's right for you.
Yeah. But the most important thing is to have everything in duplicate. I like having a medical necklace along with a copy of my allergies in my wallet. I think I have 2 forms in there right now, just so that if something happened to me, I can hand it over really easily and not worry about losing all of my copies of my information.
Number 6, a way to record lectures. Whether it's an app or a device, you'll want to be able to get back to take notes later if you weren't able to get it all down during class. Although not every professor will allow you to film them, you should definitely ask and see who is willing to let you record and maybe even upload for the whole class.
And nowadays, thankfully, we have enough tech that some universities do record their lectures, but you can't assume that they'll be ready for everybody in the first week, or that the professors that were seemingly on board will still be on board. You know who you are. I may have dealt with some things. Basically, prepare for all possible things and don't expect, especially in the first week of classes, that everything is red carpet ready for you. There will be issues. Recording makes it easier.
Number 7, don't forget your towel.
You might think this is a joke, and it might be a joke to a lot of peeps, but seriously, it keeps you dry. It means you have back support when you have those horrible plastic chairs. It can even help prop your leg up if you have an injury.
It can also keep you warm.
Though I would seriously not bring a beach towel. That's not like a tea towel or a hand cloth. Like something about, you know, that big is gonna be the sweet spot. Though bringing a beach towel to campus could be hilarious.
I've done it.
Do tell.
I mean, I spent a lot of time lazing about in the quad, so I had to have somewhere to lay all my books so I could study.
There you go. Towels for all needs and sizes. Pick what's right for you. You aren't gonna need it likely every day, but it's just nice to have, and it's nice to know where your towel is. With that, those are our back to school essentials for those of you with chronic health fun going on. We'd love to hear from you peeps now in the comments. We need to know what kind of stuff you're using and if you think our ideas are helpful or not, or if you have totally better ideas. We will see you lovely peeps